coming up.
Anytime somebody gives you some free crap, you go ahead and put like 15 of their people in the top 10.
That's true. I don't see a problem with that. I feel like this is the best list of all time. Some people like it. Some people don't like it. Haters welcome. Haters welcome.
Signal Sports Hot 10 is brought to you in part by Total Woman Gym and Day Spa and Nissan of Valencia.
Hi, I'm Dan Sturkle, Executive Manager of Nissan of Valencia. We take pride in the fact that we've donated over $50,000 to Santa Clarita schools, including new cars and scholarships. We are home to the $99 down delivers on any vehicle, even if you have had credit issues. Our customer satisfaction in sales and service has been through the roof since taking over, which means you'll always get treated with honesty and respect from our expert staff before, during, and after buying or servicing a car at Nissan of Valencia. So please, come visit us soon.
All right, a great season in the Santa Clarita Valley just keeps getting better. 4 teams still playing after Thanksgiving Day. Did you see this coming, Dan?
No. Is the Foothill League back? I don't know, maybe. Kind of seems like it.
It seems like the Foothill League's back. And then Trinity, the 3 times in a row they were semifinalists this year. They get over the hump. Mm-hmm. Are we going to see some Trinity players up here?
I think we might see the Trinity team up there.
The Trinity team?
Higher than you think.
What do you think about who do you think should be up there? You think it should be the entire team? The team that beat their opponent 50-32. Now they play Joshua Springs in a rematch?
There are guys you can mention. There's Spencer Klin and Patch Culp and Ryan Brooks, all those guys.
Vince is upset at me, that's why he's not
But I think it's a team thing.
Right, Ryan Brooks.
I don't know what's going on.
117 yards receiving, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Pretty nice. Now they get a rematch with Joshua Springs, who they lost to earlier this season.
Sure.
They do. Anybody else who should be on this list who is not currently on this list this week?
Let's see that running. It should be Saugus Boys Cross Country, right, Dan? Where were you on Saturday?
I was at the cross country finals, the CIF finals, in Mount San Antonio College, which is not in San Antonio, Texas.
And the boys won the CIF title, correct?
Yes.
For Saugus. But the girls finished 6th. I think this is the interesting story because they're the 7-time defending state champions. Is that right?
Of course.
Correct.
Yes.
And now they're 6th in the CIF. Now they're the underdog going into the state championship.
They've been the underdog before.
It's like, can they pull it off? Can they rise?
They've done it before.
I mean, is that the more compelling story? As a sports writer, what's the more compelling story? The winner of the CIF title or the team that's 6th?
If Saugus girls not finish in first place on Saturday, that's the more compelling story, even if Saugus boys win. I hate to say it, but that's the truth.
That's what I agree with that.
And you kind of weave it into a whole thing of, is it almost like a passing of the torch from the girls to the boys team now?
It's a good one.
Team.
Dan, don't give a preview to your story, okay?
That's good.
Tune into the Signal next week.
All right, the Hart game. Connor Wingenroth, 285 yards rushing. He lost a few yards over a few days between the game and.
Well, there was a stat correction, yes, but he's still the record holder for the single game for Hart football.
And he backs it up with one less yard than he had the week before. That's crazy.
What does that tell you?
That tells me he's a pretty dang good player.
Pretty good player. Yeah.
The student sections, we challenged them to come out last week. I thought the Blue Crew and the Tribe were sensational.
Blue Crew.
The Blue Crew right here. They gave us this.
The Blue Crew?
They gave us the shirt.
Us?
Yeah, they gave it to
They gave it to you.
Well, they gave it to all of us.
I wasn't there.
They said that they wanted it to be on the show in the background. Blue Crew bleeds blue. Haters welcome. We appreciate haters as well.
Hey, that's appropriate for Saugus too, because they're haters. They're kind of they call themselves blue collar.
Chip on their shoulder kind of deal.
Very chip on their shoulder.
Saugus game. What did you think about the Saugus? Were any of you there?
No, I wasn't. Nah. We watched the Hart game. I watched the Hart game on the stream, so I can tell you a little bit about that.
Dan and I had other duties that day.
All right, I was at the Saugus game, and this is what impressed me most. Okay, before the game, you could instantly tell that Saugus was almost a favorite coming into it. All their coaches had shaved their heads into
Mohawks.
They called them Warhawks, and all of their defensive coaches and their defensive players. It was a cool thing. The Blue Crew was completely behind them. It looked like Saugus was going to win, and the Saugus defense came out and just destroyed Miracosta throughout the game, forcing turnovers, only allowing 272 total yards of offense.
13-0 was the final score. I don't know if we mentioned that. I mean, they shut them out.
Right, they shut them out. So I thought the Saugus defense was incredible.
Yeah.
I also thought the Hart defense was incredible. They held a shutout until late in the game, and if Hart's going to win a CIF title, that defense has to play better than they did a little bit earlier in the season when they were giving up.
That was a dominant performance by Hart. I mean, Dan and I both watched it together.
Yeah.
And it was dominant.
We were kind of shocked by it because
I don't know, shocked. I mean, surprised that they would go up that much. We thought that they would win the game. I picked them to win. Did you pick them to win?
I did not.
Oh, I'm sorry.
With Saugus, I thought that they looked for real. Because you never know, in the first round of the playoffs, maybe they just shock somebody. This game, it makes me think going into their Valencia game, Saugus is a different team than the team that lost to Valencia by 14 points earlier this season.
Well, that was a close game. I mean, I was at that first meeting, and it was a close game and a winnable game for Saugus, so I don't know how much different that they are.
All right,
Confidence-wise,
COC, Leydenegg, they're coming off the list. Running will be transformed. JPP's coming off the list.
Wait, why would COC football come off the list? Because they played their last game of the year, so it did create news. The fact that they had a tremendous season, especially compared to last season. Last season was trash.
It was.
Forgive me for saying it, trash.
That's all right.
It was not that good.
We don't have to bleep that out. They played one of the best teams in the state.
Yeah, I mean, COC had a tremendous run. Then we had a lot of other things happen. The Masters College had a lot of. Do you know the Masters College exists?
I cover the Masters.
The Masters.
Oh,
no,
the Masters
College. Yes.
No.
The Masters College had a bunch of things going on this weekend. Their cross-country teams finishing 14th and 15th in the nation. Story I wrote.
And just breaking news today, Golden Valley's head
coach Robert Fisher resigning. I talked to Robert earlier today, and we feel, that we're disappointed. We like Robert, right?
He's a good guy.
And is that newsworthy enough
Absolutely.
to make this list? Okay. Shane Vereen, 91 total yards, and the Patriots' dramatic comeback.
Yeah.
There's so many things this week. It's going to be hard to figure out
Crowded
who should be on this list. Reed Roop, Big Game, Stone Jackson, Nick Jones. All right, we'll look it over. We'll be back.
My name is Lisa Polanski, and I'm the general manager of Total Women Gym and Day Spa right here in the beautiful city of Valencia. We have your traditional group fitness classes, we have your strength machines, we have your cardio machines, we have a sauna, and also our full service day spa. Our day spa membership, which we're currently offering with 0 enrollment. That gives you the opportunity to come inside the gym for a full membership with the gym, including all group fitness classes, in addition to one service inside of our day spa every single month. So come down and see us so we can make you one total woman.
Thanksgiving Day edition of the Signal Sports Hot 10. All right, we'll start with initial reactions. We've got the Saugus girls cross country and the guys cross country at these two spots.
Ouch.
No, I mean, boys need to go a lot higher. They just won a CIF title, Vince.
They won a CIF title.
Listen, the Georgia the Georgia championship, it might not be as big as this. This is big.
This is big. They made the list.
I don't know either, but
they made the list.
The Georgia squirrel shooting contest. CIF championship, the GIF.
Yeah, here's what you're missing. We talked about how it's a big story if the Saugus girls state title streak ends. It's not over yet. So this isn't even it. This is a different thing.
So you think that the guys should be ahead of the girls?
No, I think they both should be high. I think they both should be high.
We could combine them into
the girls are the guys.
We could just combine them into girls into Saugus cross
the
country.
GIF, that's what they call it, the Georgia Interscholastic Federation of Squirrel Shooting.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Got
Georgia Southern.
Got Roop at number 9, another Saugus. Lots of Saugus on this list. Roop at number 9, 4 straight 100-yard rushing games. I think he's been phenomenal and a big reason why Saugus is.
It's funny, every time somebody gives you some free crap, you go ahead and put their 15 of their people in the top 10.
That's true. That's true. I don't see a problem
What
with
is
that.
Saugus Warhawks gonna I'm curious.
Wait, I want to see what he's going to write first. Go ahead. Put your shout outs.
We didn't put the
Are you gonna say something?
to the Blue Crew and the Tribe is where I was going to put shout outs because I forgot to put any student sections on this list.
Who cares?
And so I thought that the Blue Crew and the Tribe.
I went down to
fantastic.
Saugus today and talked to the Saugus kids, some football players, and they hate the fact that you put student sections up there. I swear.
You know, some people like
on.
it,
It's
some
on.
people don't like it. That's all right. They have
You know what?
haters welcome.
This is
Haters welcome.
speaking of Saugus, I was talking to Brian Zabilski, you know, this guy right here for Saugus Guys Cross Country, and he told me to specifically tell you to quit being so biased toward football.
All
He said
right.
it's a lot more than just running. He
it's-
wanted me to relay
I
that
don't,
message.
you know,
Well, I thank you, Brian. I appreciate your knowledge and running ability.
your lack of knowledge.
At number
sarcasm.
At number 8, we've got Brady and Trent Irwin. They hooked up 3 times, 3 touchdown passes against whoever they played last week.
Why don't you give the hard defense? Oh, you did give them
We
some
got the
love.
hard
Okay,
defense
good, good,
right up
okay.
here. At number 7, we've got Robert Fisher. Ends his reign at Golden Valley. Any problems there?
No. Reign is kind of a interesting word that you used.
Ends his
took
reign.
the reins,
Ends-
yeah.
Ends his tenure.
Okay, tenure, also a strange word. At number 6, Nick Jones. I feel like we're a little underrepresented with Valencia football on this list.
I love Nick Jones.
Just because they were on the road.
I think he's
I
phenomenal.
talked to Nick Jones' dad today. I'm talking to everybody.
Well, and their parents.
Nick,
That's even
yes,
better.
Nick Jones got an offer this weekend. as
He
well.
should be getting offers because Nick
He should
Jones
get a lot more. Division I colleges offer Nick Jones.
Yeah.
He is.
I mean, why
Kid's
wouldn't
fast.
you?
He is
Kid's fast.
unbelievable.
He's awesome.
Fast. He's
Big,
he's
tall.
awesome, yeah.
Irwin made an insane catch too. They're just phenomenal.
Yeah, great wide receivers.
In this area. We've already talked a little bit about Saugus girls cross country. We could combine them if we need to. We'll just keep going over the
We'll
list
see
and
how
we'll
that
come
goes.
back.
Yep.
The Hart defense. They're the key for Hart to win a CIF title, and they changed the game. They
Or maybe
him.
Hart not turning the ball over.
Yeah.
What do you think, Dan?
The hard defense has stepped up the last 2 games, but yeah, not turning the ball over, balanced offense. That's why they're
Yep.
doing so well.
and we gave Hart defense a lot of not positive reaction earlier in the season.
Did we?
I don't know. Maybe
The hard offense?
No, the defense
Pay
took a lot
attention.
of.
Stay with us.
There's so many.
I feel like the defense
football
took
things.
a lot of heat earlier in this season because their offense was playing so well. Their defense wasn't playing
Did
well.
we give them any heat, Dan?
You know, I read this was a different publication that called the Hart defense much maligned. That wasn't us that said
No,
that, but
not
there's
at all.
that perception out there for some reason.
Well, they gave up a lot of points. We'll just leave it at that. At number 3, Trinity's title hopes. I mean, can Trinity be the first team to win a CIF title in football since? You know the answer to that?
I do know the answer to that. That would be Canyon High School, 2006. State championship game, which I was at. The CIF championship game before that I was at when they beat Moore Park. So yeah, I remember that.
So it would be Trinity's would be the first title. Of course, we're going to have somebody else at least with 3 teams in the semifinals. Somebody's going to have a chance next week.
Oops, correction. SCCS won a CIF championship, 8-man football their last season. Another game that I was at,
knowledge
they
right
beat
there.
Faith Baptist.
At number
Man, I'm
2,
so old.
at number 2, you've got Connor Wingroth.
2009 maybe? Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I really wanted to put Connor Wingenroth at number 1.
Here you go, Dan. Put this on.
Oh, cool. I've never
I
seen
forgot
this
about
before,
Santa
so
Clarita
this is
Christian, their CIF championship.
Cardinals?
Santa
Look
Clarita
at this.
Christian are already out of the playoffs this year, but Trinity's still alive in 8-man
But we're
football.
talking about them winning CIF titles. Because
They have won one.
2, actually.
Trinity now looking
No,
their first
SCCS
win.
won 2.
Oh, they've won 2.
Yeah, excuse me. Yeah, go ahead and keep talking. I'm just putting on this jersey
Put it on the wrong way, but go ahead.
Trinity, 7 o'clock,
backwards.
Valencia, Saturday night. Dan put his
Did you play
jersey,
football?
You put it on backwards.
Backwards.
That is fantastic. We'll keep going with Dan with the backwards jersey on.
All right with
At,
that, yeah.
At number 2, you've got Connor Wingenroth.
Cardinals,
I
yeah.
really wanted to put Wingenroth at number 1
Okay, I'm sorry.
when he follows up. When he's over 550 yards rushing in the last 2 games. That's an absurd number.
Sure.
I really wanted to put him at number 1, but the team that's changing everything right now, the team that's rising, the biggest story in this valley is Saugus, and more specifically, their defense, which is represented by the Warhawks, the Mohawks that they wore for the game. I really feel like the Saugus defense and the thing that's happening, like we talked about last week, with them being the number 4 seed in the CIF, people were counting Saugus out. No one thinks Saugus should be here right now. Now they get to play Valencia. That game's going to be absolutely huge.
This could be, if they pull this off and get to the final, this could be probably one of the greatest upset stories
in Santa Clarita Valley history. Yeah, absolutely.
Anything that should be changed around? Should we?
Saugus cross country.
Is there anybody that's been
boys
that's left off?
I think the guys need to be top 3.
Okay, who's
Guys
coming
cross
down?
country.
Who's coming down from top 3? If you.
I put a hard defense. I mean, hard defense is great. They should be on there. But Saugus boys cross country, they want a CIF championship.
Question. Buzz.
I don't know. Are you hearing things about Saugus Hart's defense? Are people saying specifically about Hart defense?
And the Saugus girls, are they creating more buzz? If you're going off buzz, they're creating more buzz than the guys right now? Saugus girls? I don't know.
Okay, so Saugus guys cross country needs to move up this list.
You've seen more talk about the Hart defense than Saugus boys cross country. Because we can verify that.
I think you're right on this one. On Twitter, I mean, especially on Twitter, there was a lot of this, and I mean, not that there wasn't any. Not specific to Hart defense, but there was a lot of Hart. There was a lot of Saugus. There was a lot of Valencia. There was a lot of Trinity. It's the most happening time in the Santa Clarita Valley football.
Happening.
That might be a word. Okay, so Saugus guys cross country. Can we combine them?
No.
You just want to put the guys right here.
Give them both respect. They're two separate entities, and I think that Renee Paragas would say that, the head coach. He would say they're two separate entities, and we've been not giving Saugus boys cross country the respect that it's due.
All right.
Brian Zabilski will be happy about this.
Brian Zabilski, this one's for
you.
And
they do every time we post them on social media, they get a huge reaction. Cross country in general does.
All right, now we have to get the Hart defense back on this list. Oh, we've got a spot open here.
There you go.
You just want to put them right there?
Top 10's still good, All
right.
We get the
shout out to the Blue Crew and the Tribe. Anybody else you would like to shout out to before this game? This is over.
COC Sports. They're good at a lot of sports.
So Masters College. How about the Masters College?
Women's soccer, women's volleyball, Masters College, women's volleyball, Masters College cross country. They deserve shout outs.
I feel like this is the best list of all time. I feel like it's the most.
Best list, not the best show.
Best list, not the best show. We'll agree on that.
Right? Yeah. Thanks a lot, Vince.
Stamp it in.